Hello, and good morning, world. Hello, and good morning, world. And welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast as we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning. And so we thank you all in advance for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, well, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back. And for the world is a better place when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so, thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this week and will be upcoming next week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in to participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page, also the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page. And so right now, if you go to our Facebook page, we are live and direct on that page. We are also live and direct on our Facebook community page. Again, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. You can look that up on your search and we'll pop up. As well as additionally, you can find us on Instagram at EMSTP_. Again, on IG at EMSTP_. YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcasts and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is January 25th, 2025, and we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world. Well, we saw, Jamar, our Chicago Bears hire the now former Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as our franchise's next head coach. And I must admit, it was impressive to just hear him talk. Additionally, we will see rookie quarterback Jayden Daniels and his Washington Commanders last Saturday take down the mighty Detroit Lions on their way to the NFC Championship matchup versus the Philadelphia Eagles, who took advantage of snowy winter conditions. And as a result, they squeaked by the LA Rams. On the other hand, the Kansas City Chiefs, they marched on to yet another AFC Championship matchup after the Houston Texans and the sports world clamored that the referees somehow played a role in the Kansas City Chiefs' victory. While the Buffalo Bills squeaked by the Baltimore Ravens and now have set up yet again another soon-to-be playoff classic versus Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Additionally, we would see Bronny James last night drop 31. And I don't know, Jamar, if you saw the dunk, bro, but I know people want to scream about nepotism with this kid, but maybe he's finding a groove, and maybe it's something that we've always kind of knew, Jamar, growing up in Chicago, playing sports, that basketball is more of a mental game, and that anything you do, if you practice it long enough, you can become good at it. And so it's not always necessarily just the physical traits and different things like that. If Bronny James can make the NBA, what the hell does that say about normal people? I'm not so it's just, I'm not saying that Bronny James, is a miracle, but I'm just saying when you put in the work, bro, that's my point, that it's possible. Bronny James putting up 31 and he sucked in college. But it goes to show you that when you put in the work, sometimes things can change. And so here this kid is, Bronny James. And so perhaps this kid could be on his way to maybe a pretty decent NBA career. I mean, we've been seeing it. Additionally, we will see Jimmy Butler being suspended again by the Miami Heat organization after not being traded. And then lastly, we want to say big congratulations to Madison Keys. Got that news this morning, Jamar. This is our first major championship. She won the Australian Open. And so with that being said, my bro, introducing our brother from another mother and my partner here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Jamar Goodman. Mr. Jamar Goodman, good morning, sir. How are you?
Man, I'm good and sad at the same time. Good because we're here, another day in life. But I'm saddened because, hey man, football season is closing here rapidly. I'm a little upset.
Yeah, this is true, man. Yeah. But on the other hand, we still got the convo to talk about this morning, and so let's get into it. And so We saw a lot that has happened this week with the NFL. Obviously, we see that the Washington Commanders and the rookie quarterback, Jaden Daniels, continue to defy odds, this rookie quarterback. And so I'm curious to start off the podcast, bro, to ask what are your thoughts on this kid, Jaden Daniels? And is it now definitive to say that he is the best rookie of all time? That goes above Jason. That goes above Lawrence. We know about Lawrence, right? Lawrence Taylor. If some of y'all kids don't know about him, you need to Google Lawrence Taylor. It's been some great ones out there, right? But Jamar, man, what's your thoughts, man, on just we having a normal barbershop conversation, y'all, about the NFL?
Man, I mean, Jaden Daniels has been sensational. I mean, what more can you really say about a guy that comes in his first year to a organization that has been, just had bad publicity, bad structure, bad foundation, just bad mojo for so many number of years. They went out, got a, new head coach and Dan Quinn, even though this is a second stint as a head coach, but his, first time as Commanders. New OC came in, Cliff Kingsbury, rookie quarterback, new ownership group. As we know, like for years, the Commanders / football team / Redskins has been, dealing with Daniel Snyder and that whole fiasco for a certain number of years. It just
Right.
They haven't had a good history. So with Jaden Daniels coming in as the face of the franchise with the second overall pick, doing the things that we had hoped that Caleb Williams would have done this year, but that's a discussion for another day. But just his immediate impact for the Commanders to have won 12 games. And granted, a lot of those games were very close ones, but if I'm not mistaken, I mean, Jaden Daniels has 4 game-winning drives this year. Anytime that the Commanders are in a close game, it just feels like they're going to pull it off based on what the evidence has shown. Always for years, I've been talking about the evidence, like where's the evidence? And it's been there. And, for them to, beat Tampa the way they did, for them to go into Detroit, where a lot of us thought that this was Detroit's year to finally get to the Super Bowl and possibly win it, for them to go in and drop 45 points on them, that was remarkable. And for them to be in the NFC Championship game playing tomorrow, it's sensational. So yeah, to answer your question, as far as Jaden Daniels, as far as the greatest rookie in NFL history, yeah, I would say so. I would. I mean, the impact is there. And then, it seems like he's poised. It's like the game is never too fast for him. And maybe that has something to do with that VR training of his, to where it's 1.75 times the speed of an actual game environment. So when he gets on the field,
virtual reality.
Yes. So when he actually gets on the real field, it's actually a little bit slower for him. Maybe that's a big reason why. But nevertheless, like when you put all that together, and and the success and how everything had just transformed around, like it's an amazing story. I can't even lie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Jake, good morning, bro. How are you?
Good morning.
Jake probably can't hear shit. Jake, good morning, bro. How are you?
All right, man. I'm all right.
Thanks for joining us, bro. Yes. Jake, y'all is joining us. Jake Nakilong. Appreciate you, bro, for jumping on with us. Appreciate you. And so we having a normal NFL conversation right now. Good morning, Courtney. Courtney went to high school with me, Morgan Park Mustang. And so, yeah, shout out to Jake. He's a Simeon Wolverine. On the other hand, let's get focused again. So, Jake, bro, I don't know if y'all caught that, by the way. And Jake, so we talking about just an NFL conversation, bro. And so Jamar just gave us his thoughts about Jaden Daniels. You've been on the Jaden Daniels train. Do you think it's possible that Jaden Daniels, man, could do the unthinkable here? You know what I mean by the unthinkable?
Yeah, man.
Because, I mean, if you look at the film, they look like they could legitly beat the Eagles, especially with a damn hobbled Jalen Hurts. Y'all heard what the defensive coordinator just stated. Y'all heard him. Y'all heard what he just said yesterday, Jake. He said we're going to treat him like a running back.
As they should. As they should. I put that in any football perspective. If a quarterback come out the pocket, you a runner. I'm looking at you as a receiver, running back. You got the ball. You need your head took off. He didn't say nothing wrong.
Right.
And yes, I believe Jaden Daniels could do the unthinkable. The first time they've been in the Super Bowl since who? Doug Williams.
Exactly.
Come on, man. Go ahead.
And so to just follow up on that, I don't know, Jamar, if you saw the picture, man, but that was a picture of Jaden Daniels just walking with Doug Williams, I think right before the wild card weekend game started in Tampa. And so it shows that he definitely has his support. And Jamar, you just stated on the franchise, and so and the turmoil it's been through. But wow, it's just crazy to see how a draft pick and how a quarterback, man, can change your whole franchise, and just how it can just change overnight. And it gives Bears fans hope. It really does, man. So let's get into the Bears. And so, Jamar, we made our hire. We've been speculating on it for a while. And so Ben Johnson, the former defensive coordinator for the Detroit Lions, now our head coach, has been named the head coach for the Chicago Bears. I'm sure you guys saw the video online of him telling everybody to let's get back to work. He was welcome into Hallis Hall. And so, Jamar, bro, what is your thoughts on this, man? You like this hire?
Absolutely. So, I either going into all this, I either wanted Mike Vrabel or Ben Johnson.
Okay.
And so I know
Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, I wanted Vrabel or Johnson. I did. And so I know, neither one of you all was on when me and Ian did our head coaching special, but we were pretty much stating that Ben Johnson checked a lot of boxes. The first box was I wanted somebody to come in and develop Caleb Williams. And Ben Johnson comes from the Detroit Lions. I mean, the Lions in the last 3 years have had a top 5 offense. The Lions had, more so Ben Johnson turned around Jared Goff's career, because Jared Goff, when he got there, it was pretty much, he was left in a dumpster to just rot. Because we seen what Jared Goff, did with the Rams. Yeah, he did lead them to, to get them to the Super Bowl. But pretty much after that, it pretty much fizzled out. Like, McVay was done with him. He wanted Stafford. And they even did to the point where they gave up extra draft picks just to get rid of the man in that trade.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he turned Jared Goff to a has-been to an actually efficient quarterback in that system. And so I'm like, okay, so if he can do that to Goff, who is definitely nowhere near as talented as Caleb Williams is, so what can you do for our young quarterback? So that was one. 2, we need to score points. We need to score points. And once again, top 5 offense in the last 3 years for the Lions. I mean, and I get it, like the Lions has a bunch of weapons. The Lions definitely has a better offensive line for sure. But knowing that, the man has a blueprint, and the fact that if you heard him talk in the press conference, he's not going to just throw the same playbook in for what the Lions did. He's going to actually tailor it to Caleb Williams and their skill position players that they have, or whoever they will add in that. So he pretty much said we're gonna break it down, tear it down all the way to the studs and rebuild this thing. That's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear. So I feel like and the fact that he came from Detroit, it's within the same division. He knows the NFC North just like anybody else that's in this division. Taking that subtle jab at Matt LaFleur in that press conference. Like I love everything. So I guess my only question is, can he command the whole 53? And just based on what people are reporting, like he will like do that. He will hold people accountable. He will command the room. So as long as this team can actually get to where it needs to be, and I think we'll be okay. And I feel like he's the guy to do so. So yeah, I love the hire.
Yes. Jake, bro, you're a Bears fan as well. And so, you know, you've obviously we've been hearing about Ben Johnson for about a couple months now. And you know, he came out and he stated, guys, last summer. You guys heard that? He said last summer he knew. And he said, this is exactly where I want it to be.
He said that 3 times in that thing, in that video. 3 times, this is where I want it to be.
He's been looking at this job, Jake, since last summer. And I see you with them waves, bro. I see you flicking. I see you flicking with them waves, dog. And so,
you got it,
Jake, bro. Yeah, you got it, bro. You got it on the real. I've been trying to get my waves. I don't even got none. And so, on the other hand, though, bro, really though, you see, the hire has happened. Are you happy about this hire? How you feel about this hire, man? You optimistic?
After the hiring of Ben Johnson, I wasn't gonna say I was ecstatic, but I was happy.
Right.
Now the role coach he's bringing in, I feel like the Bears is going to be amazing. You got Antoine Randall-El, who's going to be the offensive receiver coach, and he bringing some other people from the Detroit Lions to come over there as well. So I feel like going off Jamar, like, can he control the whole 53? Man, his personnel that he bringing with him for his coaching staff will, man, definitely hold people accountable, control the room, and put that mindset in like, hey, we could do this.
Right.
Great.
Yeah. And so Ben Johnson, y'all, this is our new head coach. I must say this, y'all. I was really impressed by his conference. I'm not saying he's a bit cocky, but I can tell he's not gonna be the type to back down from smoke. He's polar opposite of the opposite. You see what I'm saying, Jamar?
Eberflus.
He's the polar opposite. The polar opposite of Eberflus. Yeah. Eberflus, super conservative, scary, fidgety, all these different things in the top. I don't see that with Ben Johnson at all. I don't see that at all. Yeah.
You can't be scary.
I mean, the fact that he took a job within the division, that lets you know how competitive he is off bat.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And so he letting the world know, like, yeah, we coming.
I just feel sorry for the Detroit Lions fans. They finna go back in the hole.
Ooh, like all the coaches are like gone. It feels like.
No, like when Johnson left, that whole staff just disappeared.
Man,
I feel sorry for all of them.
Yeah, they had a great staff, man.
Sorry for the fans.
Randall-El, running backs coach, man. Is that Staley? Yeah, Staley. Remember watching Staley as a kid with the Steelers, with the Eagles. Man, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn. Remember watching Aaron Glenn as kids, y'all, when he played with the Jets.
Dude,
you know, and now,
just watch the highlight video on him this morning.
He the head coach. Coach of the Pete Carroll went to the Raiders. I don't know why the Raiders hired him, but
I like that hire, man. I like that, bro. I like that hire. You know, like I feel like wherever that man go, he gonna win, y'all. That's just me. I feel like wherever that man go, he gonna transform a whole program. Pete Carroll. He might be older, but he can relate to the players. He got that energy too. He energized. Like he wins. I'm not saying they're gonna be, Super Bowl contenders, but wherever he go, y'all feel like he gonna change that program. And so I can see them definitely. I know you can, Jamar. I will not see a Pete Carroll led team being last place in the division. Not with Pete Carroll. And no, that's gonna take hell hot water. So it's definitely gonna be a different program in Vegas. And so that's gonna be really interesting to see what happens with that. And I know they got a top draft pick too. So we're gonna see what they do with that draft pick. Are they gonna get Shedeur, bring him in? We'll see.
They going QB.
They don't have to. The problem is what they pick, 6 or 8? They gonna have to they gonna want one of these quarterbacks.
No, I thought they picked 5th. I thought they picked 5th.
They top 5.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was 5, but perhaps maybe it's.
I don't know. I'll tell you right.
The first is Tennessee.
It's Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, Patriots, Jaguars, Raiders. There's 6.
All right, Jamar got it. And do they pick 8 too?
Carolina got 8.
Okay. Oh, all right. And so, yeah. And so we're gonna see the transformation, y'all. I point that out right now. On the other hand, Jamar, bro, the Cowboys, they hired offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer. And so, another Schottenheimer in the NFL. He head coach with the Cowboys. I know a lot of people don't like the Cowboys, but hey, how you feel about this hire, man? Do you feel like this is good for the Cowboys? Or, I mean, I just want to say this quickly. I don't know how much it's gonna help because that division, bro, with the Commanders now, with the Eagles, what room is there really for the Cowboys?
All it is just another.
You need a paper bag.
Puppet.
You need a paper bag.
Definitely one of those, but it's definitely another puppet for Jerry Jones to control whatever he wants to do. Because this man Jerry said something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing here, but he said, Brian Schottenheimer is known as a career assistant. Until now, he's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Like, why would you even you don't even have to say all that. But dude, this team will not be successful until Jerry Jones is no longer affiliated with this team. It's just not. Like, what is Schottenheimer going to do that Mike McCarthy didn't do? like in all seriousness, they couldn't come to terms with Mike McCarthy. Yes, we know that Mike McCarthy is not the sexiest name in the world, but Mike McCarthy, prior to this year, led them to 3 straight seasons of 12 wins. And even in this particular year, with no Dak Prescott and a CeeDee Lamb that was hardly on the field, and plus the injuries on defense, they still went out there and fought pretty hard. That's what they did. So what is Schottenheimer going to do that Mike McCarthy hasn't done? You can't.
He gonna finally call an offensive.
They gonna finally call an offensive what?
He's going to finally call an offensive play. He never called an offensive play while he was assistant for the Dallas Cowboys. So this is his time to shine, man.
So Mike McCarthy was calling all the plays, huh?
Yes.
I thought what the hell was he offensive coordinator for then?
I mean,
just to be a puppet. That's what it sounds like. No, it sounds like he just was a puppet. Yeah. If he never called no plays and he was offensive coordinator, this is exactly what Jerry and them wanted. That's what they wanted.
Of course. It's all in the DNA. I mean, to my understanding, when they let Mike McCarthy go, they had, all the hot candidates that we talked about, just in general, between Johnson and Variable and Carroll and Todd Monken and all these people. All those people was not even on the Cowboys' radar. None of them. Mm-hmm. Cowboys had their own people between Schottenheimer and Jason Witten and Deion Sanders, just based on people that's been associated with the franchise, not necessarily outside the franchise. So, of course, it was going to be a puppet. If it's not, it was either going to be Deion or a puppet. You got yourself a puppet. That's exactly what it is. So, what? We it's the same story. I don't really have any much to say. They're gonna be the same team, if not worse. It's the Cowboys. It's Jerry Jones, more say. It's Jerry Jones.
He's just trying to make money. Oh, bro, I need to be on. Hey, can we? Hey, is this stock markets on these stock markets for like NFL teams? Because I'm finna go invest in the Cowboys right now. So I can give me a couple months before.
Hey man, I know the Packers are. No, for real though, the Packers are. Y'all know Green Bay. You can buy into the Green Bay Packers. Private. It's not necessarily public, but it's private equity. So you could definitely buy into the. Yeah, but the thing is that I can say you can buy, but Jake, you would have to be wealthy. I don't want to go through financial knowledge, stock market 101 here, but private equity, right, Jamar, is when you are wealthy. It's only for a certain amount of people. And so the Green Bay Packers only want folks that got that bread, you know? And so, but that's a really good point because the way Jerry is pulling the trajectory of that team, the way they are so business-oriented, who knows, Jake, they could go public one day and be on the New York Stock Exchange. They probably won't win no damn football games, Jamar.
Nope.
But you best believe that net worth gonna be high. The market value.
He don't. Jerry don't care about winning. I don't care what he says. He don't care about winning.
Right. You know, it might not be a Super Bowl, but hey, it's gonna be a Super Bowl for retirement, baby.
No, for sure.
And so, for sure. And so, with that being said, speaking of money, let's make some money, y'all, by doing NFL reactions and overreactions. This is NFL Championship Weekend style, okay? And so, we're going to start with our brother Jamar, and then we're going to follow up with you, Jake. You guys that's with us this morning, good morning to our viewers. Chime in as well, guys, and give us your thoughts. We want to have a conversation. And so, gentlemen, first, is it an overreaction, Jamar, to think that after watching Jayden Daniels do what he has done and even did last weekend, that he is definitively now the greatest rookie quarterback in NFL history?
Not an overreaction. So, I mean, there has been, a couple of rookies that, well, I could think of at least one rookie quarterback that has made it to this point. I think that was Ben Roethlisberger. But the difference is, like, with that team, it wasn't necessarily Ben Roethlisberger carrying the Steelers on his back. That was not the case. It was the running game and the defense, and Ben was a complement to that. This is Jay Daniels carrying a team on his back. That's what he's been doing the whole year, and that's what's making this like special. This is different. Like, we raved about CJ Stroud last year, and rightfully so. CJ came on the scene and did his thing. He did. But what Jayden Daniels is doing with a Commanders team, they have, they do have a couple of weapons here. And we was, me, T, and Ian, we was talking about it on our meeting Wednesday. Like, they have McLaurin and, Eckler and Brian Robinson Jr. and stuff, but it's not like they had the weapons of the Detroit Lions or the Philadelphia Eagles or, teams like that. Right. And their defense is not good at all. It's not.
Right. Bobby Wagner out there looking like his ass ready to retire. Excuse my French.
Yeah, I mean, he's still playing at a high level, but it's just one person out of 11. Like, defense not good, but yet here we are talking about the Commanders in the NFC Championship game, going against the Eagles for a third time this year. They already split the bill with them. I mean, what more can we say about Jayden Daniels that we haven't? Yes, it's not an overreaction, in my opinion.
Right. And good morning, bro.
Good morning.
How you doing? Yeah. You good? Good. And so, Jake, bro, we're going to follow up with you. Is it an overreaction to think that after you have seen what you have seen from this rookie quarterback, that he is now the greatest rookie in NFL history?
Well, he got to win the ship first, but he definitely had an amazing season. Like I said, he following the footsteps of Doug Williams. Doug Williams is still the only black QB rookie year to win the Super Bowl. So, hey, he got to win a chip, but I'm not taking nothing from him from what he did this season. Like, I was on a Jaden Daniels train all year. I feel like the Bears should have drafted him instead of Caleb Williams. But, hey, no, for real. Like, Jaden Daniels the truth. And he going to win MVP in the next year, too. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah. And so, Ian, bro, you also, I know you was, consistent with us having Justin Fields, but you also, we remember you were bringing up Jaden Daniels and telling the Bears and telling our viewers to not sleep on this kid, and he's turned out to be fascinating. Do you think, bro, that it is not an overreaction to think that this kid, after you've watched him, has now solidified himself as the greatest rookie in NFL history?
Yeah. As of right now, period, he's the greatest rookie of all time. I mean, no rookie has ever won the Super Bowl, even got to the Super Bowl. So, for sure, it's not even a question.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Doug Williams.
Right.
Who he say?
He wasn't a
Doug-
rookie.
He wasn't a rookie.
But he wasn't a rookie. He was just the only. He was at that time the only African American quarterback. He was the
I
first.
thought it was his rookie.
Mm-mm.
He was the first, and so
Hey, good morning.
Fresh out the bed, huh?
Hey,
She
how
rolled
are
up
you?
Fresh
bed.
out that mofo.
Fresh out.
And so T, we doing. I know you just jumping on, but you got to jump in on the party in this case. We doing NFL overreactions,
Okay.
and so right now we talking about Jaden Daniels. And based off of what you've seen from this kid, do you believe that he is now the greatest rookie in NFL history? Not rookie quarterback, greatest rookie in NFL history.
I was just saying that was that you, Jamar? I said that too the
Might
other
have been.
day. I said, I don't know much NFL, right? I'm new to this whole NFL thing, I say, since I've only been watching about 10 years. But I don't know many rookie histories. But since I've been watching, he's definitely been the best rookie I've seen. Because you don't see many rookies going to the conference championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, you barely seeing them getting to the postseason, and to get to and then have a chance to win. Let's not forget that the Eagles
serious
are banged
chance
up.
to win.
Right. Let's not forget the Eagles are banged up. Right. So I would go with, from what I've seen in the last 10 years at least, I would say yes, absolutely.
Wow. Okay. And so good morning, Marcus Randall. Good morning, Coach Mark. He stated if Daniels was to go to the Bears, he would have been in the same shoes as Williams. The Bears had a terrible offensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
You guys agree with that?
Yep. Terrible offensive coordinator and terrible franchise.
And no Owen.
Shout out to Shane, by the way.
Nah, we ain't shouting out that man.
And so, yes, this is the former offensive coordinator for the Bears. But I know Shane Waldron, he's at the crib now. He's chilling. He's probably watching the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. And so with that being said, let us now progress. And so, secondly, guys, is it an overreaction to think that the Philadelphia Eagles are under intense pressure to be the rookie quarterback come this Sunday for the NFC Championship? And so, in other words, guys, how will things actually look if this team lost? And would this have been a blown opportunity if they were to lose this NFC Championship with all the talent that you just stated they got, Jamar? So we're going to start with you, Jamar, follow up with you, and Jake T. And so, Jamar, start with you, bro. Is this an overreaction to think that this would be a blown opportunity if they would lose?
Nah, man, they get all the pressures in the world on the Eagles. All of it. Commanders playing with house money. They've been playing with house money. That's probably why they look so loose out here and just doing what they want to do. Look, like Nick Sirianni has been under a lot of pressure. Even though they went to the Super Bowl a couple years ago, he's still under the microscope.
Right.
if they lose this game,
Mm,
it might be another head coaching job available. I'm not even joking.
wow, that's crazy to
I'm-
think, though. Yup, when I think about it,
It's like, what has he done to actually put a stamp on this team? Like, what have you done to really put the team in a very successful state? Because, in my opinion, Saquon Barkley has taken this team to another level. Not Nick Sirianni. You got, Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown beefing every like 5 games. AJ Brown on the bench reading a book instead of in a playbook somewhere. This dude actually reading a New York bestseller instead of in the playbook. Like, what are we doing? But the Eagles have all the pressure in the world, just like the Lions did last week. Like, Commanders shouldn't be here. Like, by all intents and purposes, like, the Commanders should not be here, but they're here. They're just playing loose and free. I mean, and the fact that this is a third meeting between the two teams. It ain't like this is a brand new matchup. This is a third meeting. They split the season. The last time the Commanders was in Philly, I mean, Philly pretty much handled business. But
Saquon ran all over him.
But the last time these two teams played, if I'm not mistaken, Jaden Daniels threw for 5 touchdowns and a game-winning touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, exactly. Now keep in mind this was without Jalen Hurts.
Don't matter. Next man up. And Nick Sirianni's under a lot of pressure. So you ask me about pressure, they got all of it.
Wow. And so, Ian, bro, do you agree with Jamar that if the Eagles is there intense pressure to beat this rookie quarterback come this Sunday, and would this be a blown opportunity if they were to lose this NFC Championship?
Yeah, for sure. I think all the pressure is on them. They got the more veteran team. As you guys stated, they just went to Super Bowl a couple years ago, so it's almost expected that they win this game, being that he's a rookie quarterback. Which, like Jamar just stated, Washington already beat them this year, so and it's a division, basically another division game. So anything is possible. It's only one game. It's not the NBA. It's not a series, so anything is possible. But the pressure is definitely on Jalen Hurts, Nick Sirianni, and this Philadelphia Eagles team.
Yeah. Jake, bro, following up with you. Do you agree with the guys that there's intense pressure for this Philadelphia Eagles team, and if they were to lose to this rookie quarterback, that this would have been a missed or a blown opportunity?
Well, I won't go say tremendous pressure, but it's a little pressure, but it shouldn't be no pressure. It's a division rival. Y'all know the team personally, and like Jamar said, next man up. But don't be disrespectful. Like talking about the Washington, they shouldn't be there, man. They played great games this year. Had an amazing season. You made it seem like they straight bums, but
no, not even. Just really quick, not even. It's just the fact that the Detroit Lions should be the team there, because based on what they've accomplished this year, 15 wins, 50 points in 4 games this year, like high scoring power offense, the number 1 seed. That's the problem.
Don't mean a thing.
And in a way, Jake, just to kind of back up Jamar here really quickly, the first thing I stated when I watched the game, and I'm honestly, I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights. That's all I needed to watch. It was enough evidence for me to see that the Detroit Lions beat themselves in that game. And Jared Goff really screwed up a lot. And so I kind of agree with Jamar that I feel like truly that the Lions beat themselves. I even thought the Ravens beat themselves too versus the Bills, but that's another story. But go ahead, Jake.
But I told y'all the Lions should have lost against the Vikings because they played better on the road. But
wow, yes, you did. You sure did.
But yeah, no. I think the most pressure is, if I put the pressure, it's gonna be on Washington, because nobody expect y'all to be here. Nobody think y'all gonna beat the Eagles again. So I feel like it's more pressure on Washington than the Eagles. For the Eagles, this should be a cakewalk. You know, Saquon ran almost 300. You got an efficient quarterback in Jalen. All he got to do is dump it down. He ain't even got to do too much. So I feel like more pressure on Washington than the Eagles. Now, the only pressure is for the coaching staff of the Eagles, but it's more pressure on Washington.
And so, Jake, to back up your point, bro, let's get into it. And Coach Mark bringing up coaching. Did you guys hear, and Tiana, did you guys see the interview from the defensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders? He stated loudly and proudly during the interview that we're going to treat Jalen Hurts like a running back. He's basically stating that if he runs out the backfield and he get past that line, that they're going to hit him and treat him violently like a running back. And so when Coach Mark talks about coaching here, it sounds like they got a pretty competent defensive coordinator who might be playing Tetris with Kellen Moore, Jamar, and everybody, kind of stating that, hey, we trying to get inside your head and let you know, hey, if you planning to run the ball with Jalen Hurts like you did all season, we going to hit him violently, and we going to make him think twice and 3 times. Whenever he get out the back, we trying to hurt him, period. And so, Tiana, what's your thoughts here? Is it an overreaction to think that this will be a blown opportunity for this Philadelphia Eagles team if they were to lose to a rookie quarterback at NFC Championship?
Well, first off, we need to make sure Jake understand the definition of pressure. Number one. Number two, yeah, absolutely. Not reinstating what everybody said, because I agree with everything. I mean, obviously, it's pressure on Washington. But what I would like to add is that, do you think, I guess my question is, because I agree with everybody, yes, obviously, it's pressure on the Eagles. But my question is, do you think anybody is taking in consideration the state the Eagles are in? And maybe saying, okay, we know Jalen Hurts is hurt. You know, we know, like he been out the last few games of the season. And then they going, okay, well, if they lose, that's an excuse. Or do y'all think that it's just, that don't matter? They need to win, period. Like, should that be taken into consideration?
No, not for me either. It's because of how superior of talent this team has, and the fact that it's a veteran team as well, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You have players that's been on this team for a lot of them at least 3+ years now, and the defense of the Eagles is better than the Commanders' defense as a whole.
They got one of the best defensive units in football, if not the best.
But it's
not the best.
So, no, I don't want to hear that at this point. I mean, they're the number 2 seed. I ain't trying to hear that. Like, I'm really not. Sirianni's under a lot of pressure. You got to get it done.
Wow.
Lastly.
Y'all definitive this morning, man.
Saquon Barkley. If all else fails, I don't care how banged up Jalen Hurts is. Get the ball to Saquon Barkley. How about that? Apparently, nobody in the league can stop that man. So I don't want to hear any excuses.
That man got the most untouched. He got so many touchdowns untouched, y'all. That mean they opening up holes, y'all, bigger than Broadway on a Sunday morning in New York. Y'all ever been in New York on Sunday morning and there's nobody outside and just walk freely? Like, them holes in Philly, they are huge. That's my point, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And so they opening up holes bigger than Lake Michigan. You know? I just wanted to bring it back to Chicago on that end. And so Philadelphia Eagles, shout out to their offensive line, y'all, because Lane Johnson and them guys getting it done. All right, y'all, let's progress. And so, thirdly, y'all, is it an overreaction to think that for this Detroit Lions team, that the NFL Super Bowl championship window has now closed after the departures of Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Staley, Randall L., all these coaches have now left Detroit. Has that Super Bowl window closed for this Detroit Lions team? I know you want to hit this, Ian, but you know it's a legit question. So Jamar, we're gonna follow with you. Go with Ian, Tiana, then Jake.
I don't think it's overreaction. I think that window is I'd say it's more closed than open. Ian, if you want to come back home, you're welcome. You know, we got the offensive coordinator now. We got
He's not welcome.
Randall L. now. Oh, dang.
He is not welcome.
Yikes. I tried to get you back, man. I'm sorry. No, it's like my biggest issue is like I understand like with the great teams, you know, if your team is great, the other teams gonna want your coordinators and personnel as head coaches of other teams. That's the beauty of it, of the progression of growth.
Right.
And so it is natural for a team to maybe take a step back or have a readjustment period. That's what happens. I mean, I think that's what happened with the Eagles from when they went to the Super Bowl until how then the next year they declined a little bit because both their coordinators were gone and now they're back. But my biggest thing is who are they going to bring in, or who that's currently within that organization is going to still get the best out of Jared Goff than what Ben Johnson has done for that Lions team. Because as you see, like the Lions, as great of an offense that it is, if Jared Goff is not playing well, outside of that game that he threw 5 picks against the Houston Texans, they still won. Like, how often are you going to win a game when you throw 5 picks or turn over the ball as many times? So who is going to be that person to continue to elevate Jared Goff? Because other than that, I mean, defense ain't great. Offensive skill positions, they're cool, but once again, he's going to be the one to continue to make Jared Goff that guy because you paid him. So who's going to be who's that? So that's why I'm saying it's more closed than open.
Okay. And bro, your thoughts? Is there no reaction to think that your Detroit Lions Super Bowl window has now closed after the departures of all these coaches? And the coaching staff
I don't
in
think
Detroit?
it's completely closed, but it definitely closed a little bit after this year. I feel like this was their probably best chance to get to a Super Bowl, or one of their best shots to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, they still bringing back the whole roster, but as you guys stated, you know, lost all the coordinators. You know, that's what happens when you have a good team. You know, everybody wants your coaches. So, I mean, they're doing something right in the building. It just depends on what coordinators they bring in, and you know how this division shapes out next year. But yeah, I do think the window has closed a little bit. But no, I don't want to come back and be a Bears fan. Fuck them Bears, except DJ Moore.
Oh my goodness, Jamal. Ian.
That's fine.
Oh, what?
We don't like your ass.
How dare
anyway.
I don't fuck with the Bears, man.
Oh my goodness, I gotta really just
Take your. We go. Y'all finna
I know
start
our-
wearing them paper
I
bags
know our
again up in
fans.
Detroit. It's okay.
We still a division champions.
That's
When
Oh,
when
my
was
goodness.
there all this stuff? We. When I first, it was Carolina. It was that is our team. What? I can't keep up.
She said she can't keep up.
Okay, sorry, I can't keep up.
you gotta write. You gotta
Oh,
write them down,
goodness.
man. Put them in your notes.
And
I'm
y'all
telling
woke
you,
up
I
on
gotta
the wrong
keep
side of
notes
the bed
on
this
Ian's
morning, man.
teams. I gotta keep a sticky note on my computer. Ian's teams.
For sure.
Jeez, I
Right.
can't keep up.
Oh my God, I can't believe you, Ian. Really,
Yeah,
bro?
man. Them Bears,
Really?
man.
Are you serious? We
They're
giving you a
terrible
chance
franchise,
to
bro.
reinstate
They're a
yourself,
terrible
bro.
franchise, bro.
Really? Fuck the Bears after all they've done for us.
They're a terrible
Fuck the
franchise.
Bears.
Detroit went 0-16. They just got good
Yeah.
3 years ago, but all of a sudden you're the biggest Detroit fan, but you don't want to be a Bears fan because they're a terrible franchise. Detroit has been in
And-
the
and
pinnacle of the temple franchise
But
And this coming from
in
and this coming from
purgatory
another
for decades.
this from her second team. At least she know her second team.
hey, this is
Go ahead, tell it,
a
Tiana.
terrible. Times have changed. Times
Yeah,
have
bro.
changed.
Talking
I
about
can't
times
believe
have
you,
changed.
bro.
And then when the Bears look like the Lions in the next 5
I'm still not
to
gonna be
3
a fan.
years, you're gonna be like, well,
About damn
times have
time.
changed.
In my LeBron James voice.
Right, see?
But I'm still
And he gonna
no,
have on his Williams
no.
jersey.
I'm cool. Shout out
No,
to
I
shout
can't
Point
even
to
out
his
see
shout
that.
out
hat,
to
I can't see
his
that.
Bears hat.
but no.
Can I
Wow, and I can't
can I buy you a
believe
DJ
bro.
Moore jersey?
Thick of it.
That's the only jersey.
No, the one here was a Newsday jersey.
Oh who?
We
I don't
Rome
know.
Odunze?
Shout out to Rome though. I like Rome, but nah. Only DJ Moore.
that's crazy. Cause he
Because
came from
DJ Moore
Carolina.
played in Carolina.
Yep.
It's the pipeline, man. The Ian pipeline is real, dog.
And I predicted
Hey,
that
It's a
trade.
it's an
And I
algorithm,
predicted
y'all.
that trade too.
It's an algorithm with Ian, man. You
So
just
who in
gotta
Detroit from
you
Carolina?
just
Who in Detroit from
Who in
Carolina?
Detroit from Carolina?
nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, it's just
It's
naturally the
blue.
grit, huh?
Yeah.
well, no, y'all. Ian got family in Detroit too,
That's
y'all.
great.
Ian got peoples up in
He
Detroit.
said it's blue.
And
So like that,
you
you a
got-
Titans
Huh?
fan? Sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, and don't you got peoples up in Detroit, right?
Yeah, close to Detroit. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Oh, well.
And so that I think that's why part of that comes
Nah, I
from.
was
too.
a fan
So
before.
Ian
I was
be
a
up there
fan
a
before
lot.
Close to
that.
Detroit.
I think
And
ever since Ian went to the NFL draft in Detroit, I think somebody did something.
They
to him.
changed them.
Sprayed him
Eminem
with
got
some
you
damn
turned.
Detroit Lions spray.
Not Eminem.
Something.
They recruited that man while at the draft.
Eminem turned you over, made you a turncoat.
Nah,
Huh?
it was the Hard Knocks a couple some years ago. Shout out to Dan Campbell, man. I think he's a great coach.
I watched the
He
same
just
Hard
makes
Knocks with you.
dumbass decisions sometimes, but I think he's a great coach.
No, he a good coach.
Felt like you was in the
Alright,
locker
let's
Brandon,
go.
room.
keep it moving.
All right,
Okay,
y'all.
sorry.
We got guys. We got to stay focused because Ian just blew me, man, with what he stated about there. We gotta move forward, man. And so let's get back to the football analysis. All right, and so fourth. Is it an overreaction to think that after watching the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen get into tough battles with Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, as we've seen y'all recently in the NFL playoffs, that this Buffalo Bills team this time around will actually have to rely more on their defense as similar years due to the explosiveness of this Kansas City Chiefs? Now, this is an oxymoron question because the Kansas City Chiefs offense has not been explosive. But is it an overreaction to think, Jamar, that this time around, as in similar years, because Kansas City in the past years had explosive offenses, but this year they not looking the same? Will the Bills have to go with the same method this year, being more defensive focused? Of course, their overall team focused with Josh Allen, etc. But do you think that Buffalo this time around will have to rely more on their defense, more so than the heroics of Josh Allen, if they want to get to the Super Bowl and finally beat Patrick Mahomes?
I don't personally. I don't think so. Look, this is the fourth playoff meeting between the two, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those to where, like, if I'm Buffalo, like, if I get the ball first, I got to come down and score. And then when I get the ball again, I got to come down and score. And when I get the ball again, I got to come down and score. This is one of those to where you have to put the foot on the pedal and do not let off. Because they have a tendency to get very conservative when they shouldn't. And in my opinion, that's probably how Baltimore, based on last week, and granted, like, Baltimore probably lack of word shot themselves in the foot in that game, but
they did. They would always shoot themselves in the damn foot.
But like the Bills got so conservative, it still gave the Ravens a chance at the end of that game, where they could have probably put the game away already. So,
Yep. Yeah. They didn't beat themselves. Yep.
In years past, they've pretty much put the blame, not necessarily like, of course, it's the greatness of Patrick Mahomes and this and that, especially with the, the 13 seconds of blah, 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 that whole ordeal. But like Sean McDermott, like, I think there's pressure on him to actually not pretty much let Josh Allen be Josh Allen and not like, reel him in. Like, just let them be aggressive and assertive and do their thing. I don't think it has anything to do with the defense. It's just more so what they're good at. They need to be good at that for 60 minutes and not 55. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so, yeah, for me to rephrase this question, everybody, and we'll follow with you and then Tiana, then Jake, is in order for the Buffalo Bills to win this time versus the Kansas City Chiefs, do the Bills have to focus more on their defensive prowess to stop Patrick Mahomes and his greatness? Because it seems like y'all with Patrick Mahomes, he could put up 3 points, but he'll win in. He just doing what he got to do. But if your ass score 50 points, he could score 50 with you too. That's Patrick Mahomes. He kind of just do what he needs to do in order to win. And it's the same with Andy Reid. And so for the Bills, knowing how Patrick Mahomes do what he do you focus more on making sure that Patrick Mahomes and that offense is limited? Or do you say, hey, Josh Allen, go out there, if you make a turnover, take the risk, win the game? Or do you say, Josh Allen, be conservative? What do you do here? So, Ian, what's your thoughts, bro?
I mean, can't play conservative. Got to play loose. It's the playoffs. I got to play to win. I don't think they're gonna win. Can't beat Patty. Got to go to KC.
Don't
Not
matter.
beating Patrick Mahomes. They're not beating Patrick Mahomes, but I mean, can't play conservative, man. It's the playoffs. It's either win or go home. This is as the old people said, this for all the marbles. Got to go for it. Just that simple.
Right. Okay. Right. And T,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts?
I say I agree with Ian. It don't matter what they do. They can score 70 points. They're gonna lose. It's literally the definition of that's their brick wall. Unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes is to Josh Allen what LeBron James was to the Bulls and Derrick Rose era. Like, it's just can't get past them.
Kick off the show.
No
Don't
matter what.
Don't do that.
So
You said LeBron James
it's the
to
truth.
who? What happened?
Unfortunately, it's what. Okay, I'll take it back further.
What happened?
It's what Michael Jordan was to Charles Barkley. You can't get past him. So it don't matter how great your regular season is. You playing the best ball of your life. Really, really look like the MVP, and then you thinking, see, that's the problem right now. It looks like Patrick Mahomes is having a bad year. I think he was just conserving himself for the playoffs. Because it don't matter. I'm going to get there. I'm going to be who I need to be. I'm going to get to the Super Bowl again. I feel like he ain't saying it, but I feel like, you get that mindset. You get that comfortability. And that's where it's at. And he ain't worried. I don't think he worried about Josh Allen. He got to say all of the diplomatic, the respectable, he's a great player. And he ain't worried about him. I don't think he worried about him. Period. Because he already beat him 3 times. He got his number. Well, it's like you knock out a person in the ring 3 times in a row. The 4th time, now you scared? No. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna whoop their ass again. So that's what's about to happen. No, but he's not worried. Josh Allen, he can do whatever he needs to do. It ain't gonna matter.
And so, Jake, bro, do you agree with this? And we want to find out, what does the referees have to do with this?
I was just going to say, I know what
You
he's going to
already
say.
know. The Bills need to do what Adam Sandler did to the referees in The Longest Yard. Oh my mama. That's all that's it. That's it.
So what did Adam Sandler do to the referees in The Longest Yard? What happened, bro?
Hit their ass right in their motherfucking nuts. That's what they need to do.
And they still ain't
Okay.
gonna win.
All right. And so
I mean, I could believe that too, because they're gonna have some more refs coming out the tunnel like, hey man, that can't happen. Hey, I don't care what y'all say, man. Even the real commentators and sports people already see the refs chief for the Kansas City Chiefs. They tired of it too. So it's all right. It's cool.
yeah, man. I was watching Tony Romo last week, man. He was livid. He was like, that Houston, Texas game, I think he really, really legitly thought, Jake, yeah, that the referee that it was some home cooking going on. And so now it's everywhere. We give you your props, Jake, because you've been saying it for a while, and now it's all over the world now. And now everybody's just curious about the referees, Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Do you think?
And what's
I have a
happening
question
there.
about that. Do you think that put pressure on the refs to be careful and they calling flags, throwing down flags? Do you think that they'll hold their flags more, or just be more
for
like
me?
overthink
For me,
calling this game?
Right. For me, I feel like they don't care, T. And I feel like they don't care because when a person is the face of the NFL, they gonna do it. It was like Tom Brady. When he's the face of the
That's what it
NFL,
is.
they're gonna do what they're gonna do to protect him. You can't hit him too hard because if you
no,
that's Patrick Mahomes.
You can't touch him. Yeah.
You
I
can't hit him
don't
too
know
hard.
why they want to
Brady
see
like
a
his shit rocked,
Super
though.
Bowl without Patty.
If Tom Brady had some games where he got his shit rocked, the ref never called a flag or threw a flag. It's a lot of games Tom Brady got his shit rocked.
What you thinking about his first year?
No.
Right, no, when he got in his later years, bro.
I mean, like
no.
Going
When,
to 40, yeah,
no.
but 20 to 30.
No, before that.
20 to,
they protected Tom Brady a lot. You couldn't touch him too much.
Look at the film. From 20 to 30, Tom Brady was getting his shit rocked. Go check out the film, man.
Okay, from 20 to 30, maybe so, but he still wasn't I don't feel like he was definitively like the face. This is definitive. This ain't no question that Patrick Mahomes. He's the face.
He just won the 2 Super Bowls back to back. That was when the Tuck rule came out. Tom Brady was already in there. That's what I'm saying, and he was still getting his
right.
Shit
He was there, but I just feel like Patrick Mahomes at this point of their careers,
he got the same amount of rings
bigger than Tom Brady was. And I feel like but it's social media now. It's so many different elements now that adds to the celebrityness of Patrick Mahomes, the ownership outside of football, the even Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce being on that same team, it's a lot.
But Tom Brady was
so I feel
Tom
like with
Brady
Patrick
was married
Mahomes,
to the model, and she was making more money than Tom Brady. What more social media and publicity?
But that was later.
That was then.
That was later. And as stated, it was a whole different age, bro. We got social media, a lot of different things now. And I feel like with Patrick Mahomes, he's more of you got to protect him. You just got to protect him heavy.
Yeah,
you just got to.
But
I think that's an interesting debate for another day. That is interesting to think about.
Agree.
Who
but
was
it's
more,
interesting.
Very interesting. Because Tom Brady definitely
point blank period
was football. Anybody who didn't know football would know who Tom Brady was.
So right. And so to move on, y'all, to stay focused on our task here, let us get to the NFL championship game picks. And so, Jamar, we're gonna go with you and follow with you, Jake, Tiana.
Excuse me.
And so to start, Hey Jake, bro, watch the burping,
I just
bro.
said, excuse me.
That was loud as
Dang.
hell.
Oh, funny.
All right, and so Jamar, bro, championship game. Let's start with the AFC. Hey y'all, we got the Bills at the Chiefs. Who going to the Super Bowl in your
All right,
opinion?
just so people know, because people like to bet. Chiefs are favored by 2, 48.5 over under.
Okay.
I mean, 2 people pretty much already stated, and I'm in agreement. Like, I don't care what Josh Allen did in the regular season. Like when we talked about that game, like do it again in January. He's not gonna do it. Chiefs win. Plain and simple. Like for one reason or another, like you stated, Brandon, Patrick Mahomes finds a way to win the game. He just do. It was on the silver platter for them last year in Buffalo. With Buffalo having the ball for the game-winning drive, didn't get it done. Like, what more do you want? So, give me Kansas City.
All right. And bro, who you got, bro? You got Bills or you got the Chiefs?
Man, I got KC. Come on now, it's Patty, number 15. He finna get this 3P. He's gonna be the GOAT, man. Patty and Andy Reid just know how to win games, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Jake,
You,
bro, who you got?
you
Bills,
already
Chiefs.
know who I'm rolling with. You ain't even gotta ask me, man. It ain't the cheaters.
All right, so
It
you
ain't
got
the cheaters. For sure.
okay. All right, you got Buffalo. T, who you got?
I know the Chiefs are gonna win, but I'm hoping for something different. I'm hoping that they lose, but I'm gonna just have to go with what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna put my money on the underdog because then if they do lose, oof, that'd be a nice little payout.
Right. Exactly. And so, well, I'm with Jake. I'm going with the Bills, y'all. And I'm dead serious. I'm going with the Bills. I think they're the better team. I got the Bills. And I think it's finally the year. It's finally the moment where Josh Allen will overcome and he's just been having a great year, y'all. Come on, y'all. He's the MVP in my opinion. He's gonna prove why he's the MVP. I got the Bills, and I'm pretty confident with that one. I'm a lot more confident in that one than this one. The Commanders at the Eagles. Jamar, who you got?
So people know, the Eagles are favored by 6, 47.5 over under. Oh man, this I see why you said what you said. Like you're more confident in the other one than this one. I'm feeling a little froggy here. Give me Washington.
What?
You got Washington?
No, I don't think that's. You sure you said that? You sure about that? After you just, I don't believe it. I think that's a fluke, but I'm gonna let him say.
But wouldn't that be a great Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be a great Super Bowl, y'all? Patrick Mahomes, his opportunity to get a 3-peat versus a rookie quarterback who goes back to his home, played at LSU, and have the Super Bowl in the Superdome in New Orleans, right in Louisiana. That'd be just a great story. Ian, bro, who you got? Commanders at the Eagles.
Man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Jamar, I'm with you.
Hey.
I'm going. Jaden Daniels going to the Super Bowl as a rookie.
I just want to know what just
man.
happened. Well, y'all just said the Eagles go run all over them. I'm so confused right now. I'm lost.
Hey man, pressure makes diamonds or bust pipes. In this case, it's gonna bust pipes for the Eagles.
I didn't see this. I didn't see this coming.
Okay.
Y'all saying y'all was going with Washington. I didn't see that.
I mean, Jake, bro, you got the mic. You got the mic, Jake. So who you got, bro?
I'm going with Superman Jaden Daniels for sure. I've been rolling with my boy all season.
Wow. Who would imagine on this morning that the Commanders on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast will have more picks than the Eagles?
I've been
That's
rolling
crazy.
with my boy.
Tiana,
Cancun?
who you got?
I was going with the Commanders too. I don't trust the Eagles right now.
Crazy.
I really don't. And I agree with Jamar. I think that pressure too much combined with Jalen Hurts being hurt, combined with his shakiness on the pass game. He ain't been passing the ball. Yeah, you know what's Saquon is playing out of his mind, but I don't think it's enough. You know, and yeah, I'm going with the Commanders.
Damn, that's crazy. Jamar, what a button at, bro? Because you know how I be.
I got it right
that's
here,
insane.
but I feel like you. I feel like you're not picking the Commanders though.
I feel like I am picking the Commanders.
So you
From
you
what
want me
his
to hit this button
statement
for sure?
said, he said the Chiefs and the Commanders in
Yes.
the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Wow.
Voila.
You know, I don't think the
I gotta
NFL
have
gonna
it.
allow it. I don't think they're gonna allow it.
It would be terrible for ratings.
Oh yeah, because think about it. It was like with the college football championships for years. How would it be blowouts? They don't want those. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a nasty blowout, I think, or the potential of a nasty blowout, and they just don't want to. They don't want to risk that. I don't think they're gonna allow it. I think it's gonna be Eagles and Chiefs. It should be Commanders and Bills, but we know how to get
I
it.
don't want to see that game.
Wow.
I don't want to see the Eagles.
Exactly.
But
Because
That's why they're not gonna let it happen.
with the teams.
Exactly.
I was just talking.
I am
to
not
Tiana
enthused.
about that. I said history gonna repeat itself. I said when Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes played, Tom Brady was going for a three-peat, right? Who won the Super Bowl that year? The Eagles. Who's going for a three-peat now, and who could be going to the Super Bowl? The Eagles.
Well, they're not going for a three-peat.
No, I'm saying
the
Chiefs are going
point,
for a three. Okay, I see. Right, I see what you're saying. Okay, now, yeah, I see what you're saying. And so,
okay, all right, never mind. It don't matter. Keep moving.
Right, and so I get it, and so yes, and so with that being said, we want to let you guys know
quick.
They
like the. Never mind. All right, go ahead.
You were doing some fact checking.
Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me.
Okay, and so sorry, Tiana. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna say. Let me go away while
Because I don't think they was going for.
And so yes, to our viewers,
the Patriots was
the Patriots, right? You talking about when they lost to the Eagles? Nick Folks them?
No, they no.
Maybe it wasn't a three.
They went back-to-back champs.
Because the year before, right? They wasn't going for a three-peat.
Because the last.
Who had won the previous year?
It wasn't them because the last time.
Because the Eagles won in 2019.
That before this back-to-back was the Patriots back in like the early 2000s. So it wasn't
right.
Three-peat potential.
Right, and who won the Super Bowl in 2017? Trying to think off the top of my head. 2017, because I know the Eagles, I think they won in 2019.
No, Eagles. No,
Right?
Eagles won in 2017.
Ah, that was
Yeah, 'cause
2017.
I know
Okay.
where I was living at. And I wasn't. Yeah, because that wasn't 2019. That had been 2017.
Okay, yeah. That was 2017, 2018 season. Yep.
Hold on.
And so I'm going to Google to see who won the Super Bowl in 2017. And it was the Patriots. They beat the Falcons the previous year. 2016 had to have been the Panthers, y'all. That had to have been the Panthers and Broncos. Yeah, 26, because I remember watching that with Abdullah, and Big Dula from class 07. So, no, it wasn't a three-peat, Jake, because 2016, it was the Panthers, Cam Newton versus Peyton Manning.
When Cam
Domination.
Didn't jive
got
with the
paid
ball.
to fluke the game. You right. I'm looking at it.
Hey,
Man,
relax.
That was still, but no, Ian, bro, that still get me. Cam should have won that Super Bowl.
He got paid.
That one get me.
I mean,
he should have
he
won
talked
that
about it,
Super
though.
Bowl.
He
man.
regret not doing that.
All the marbles to win that. They should have.
He regret not diving on that ball.
Yeah.
Man.
Just relax. All right.
They should have won
Relax
that
at my
game,
pain.
Hey, I just know.
Right since then.
Man,
I just know
they should
that
have won
version
that game,
of Cam
man.
Newton is one of the 10 best football players I've ever seen in my life. That MVP Cam Newton season.
We talking about dominant. Man, that was something to behold, wasn't it? That was something to behold. And so, man, y'all, let's continue our conversation. And so, NCAA football, we just wanted to talk about it, and we see y'all that right, and we got to talk about your Ohio State, man. And so, Notre Dame, they lost to the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes, and so your Ohio State Buckeyes and a national champions once again. And so, curious, bro, you've seen national championships that occurred with your team dating back to the early 2000s. We remember that when y'all Craig Krenzel, that team,
correct.
Urban Meyer, etc.
Yep, 2014, 10 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Right. And now, so out of those championships, and we see your Ohio State hat, bro. Which championship for you was the best, bro? Which championship out of those Ohio State championships was the best for you?
Out of the recent years, that's a good question.
It's only two.
I probably would say
no, it's three.
It's three.
Who the third one?
I would probably say 2002 is the best one to me, because they were completely.
I remember that one, dog.
They was undefeated.
Underdogs. But nobody expected them to win that.
Everybody expected them to get blew out. And Maurice Claret, they got it done, man. He was at the game too. Shout out to Maurice Claret.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
man. They were playing them mighty Hurricanes. Y'all remember Miami back
that
in the
was
day?
when it was the U.
Sean Taylor, them guys.
Yeah.
That's when it was the U, dog.
Dude.
Yeah, but
Andre Johnson, all them.
Dude, and the 01 U team is unmatched. So yeah.
One of the greatest teams in NCAA football history. Ohio State won that. I was shocked. I'm like,
man. I'm proud of my boys, man. Man, if Ryan Day didn't get it done, man, I'm telling you, we was gonna run him out of town, bro. But we still got.
Let me ask you this, Ian: is he still under pressure?
No. He can live now. He's 70-10 as a coach. Now he didn't lost to Michigan the last 4 years, but hey, he made up with the national championship. We got championship from the first playoff ever. Now we got the championship in the first 12 college football playoff seeding, man. I mean, we just one of the ones, man. It's just our year to pop our shit, man. They can't stop JJ. JJ coming back. Carnell Tate coming back. It's still up. Our defensive coordinator coming back. And it's up. It's up next year, bro. We get a quarterback. It's up next year again.
I feel like this dude got a bottle.
They not winning next year, man. They not winning next year.
It's
It's
up.
okay.
It's
Y'all
up.
had y'all won, and that's it. Y'all cool.
Who is y'all team?
We gonna win next year.
You talking about for next year to win the national championship, or
Just
just
in
in
general for
general?
college.
Gators is gonna win
Oh,
next year.
man, for me,
Oh boy, hell no.
Gators,
Yes,
stop.
sir.
Stop,
What?
Jake. Get off the. Stop. Gators ain't finna win no
We
national
got the top.
championship.
We got a top
They
3
ain't not even gonna
quarterback
make
in
the
college
playoff.
football. Hush your mouth. Let's go.
Tim Tebow coming
Let's
back.
go.
So
You talking about DJ Lagway? You talking about DJ Lagway? But no, they're not winning that.
You know
DJ
they
Lagway.
right. DJ Lagway, yes, I know the kid, but Jake, it's a team game, bro. And the truth is that they're in the SEC.
Okay.
You forgot they got to play Alabama.
Fuck Alabama.
You forgot they got to play
Who cares
Tennessee.
about Alabama?
You forgot. Oh really? Oh really? So you saying that they still not a juggernaut? You saying that they still won't be able to beat Florida? Really?
Well,
Stop it, bro.
I don't think Alabama a juggernaut no more. But
as of right
What
now,
you mean, bro?
But
this is all that matters.
they still a juggernaut, guys. And if they would have made the playoff, they would have beat a lot of them.
Well, they couldn't even
Negative.
They still got to
They
play
couldn't even
Georgia.
beat Michigan.
Negative.
Come on, negative.
They couldn't even beat Michigan. I ain't trying to hit
Right.
no.
I know Alabama couldn't beat Michigan. That was a bad
No.
loss.
They couldn't even
That
beat
was
Vanderbilt.
They
I ain't know.
Right. Stop it, man.
Oklahoma.
All right, but look, my whole point
That-
is this:
That
Oklahoma,
we are the national champions.
Georgia.
That's all that matters. All those
Georgia.
112 FBS teams, it don't matter. They lost the game. You can talk all that you want about Shannon Sharp voice. You lost the game.
He goofy.
This dude on one, man. Why y'all allow this segment?
I mean, it's just.
Y'all allowed this.
Hey
segment.
man, you know.
Hey man. Shout out to JJ, man. JJ a beast, man. Best freshman in the country right now, bro.
Oh,
Mm.
man.
Yeah. So, man, congrats, Ian, man, to your Ohio State Buckeyes. You know, we know you've been a fan since forever, man. And so,
Oh my God.
OSU, another natty, you know, national champions. They're getting it done, man, over there in Ohio State. And on top of that, they're getting a lot of round one draft picks. A lot of them out of Ohio State. Wide receiver, offensive factory over there. And so congrats to them, man. Additionally, now, y'all, let's move on to our NBA conversation. Let's talk some hoops. And so, y'all,
Man, we got.
anybody got anything they want to talk about
I
with the
do.
NBA?
Why they so soft?
Jimmy
I
Butler.
do. My hands up.
Okay. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Man,
And
my boy just set a record of going to the All-Star game. How many years in a row?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cut his mic off. He was at the game. He was at the game too. He was at the game too with this Ohio State hat on too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
LeBron James. Let me put the crown on my head.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Let me ask you this, Em. Does this make LeBron James the GOAT now?
Off All-Star game. But he definitely one of them though. It's three of them. It's only three. You ain't talking about them top three.
Okay.
I don't even want to hear your conversation. Kobe, Mike, and Bron. I don't care how you place them. Who number one, who number two, who number three. I don't care. If they ain't in your top three, I don't even want to talk basketball with you.
Wow.
Wait, you said LeBron,
Okay.
who and who?
All right. Okay.
LeBron, Kobe, and Mike.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best thing he.
I
That's the
can't
best
disagree
thing
with
he
that
said on the show. But
That's the top three.
And so, right. And so with that, Jake, since you got the mic, bro, like anything you want to talk about with the NBA, Jimmy Butler, standings.
I don't even watch the NBA. Man. They
Top.
suck.
I know.
Jeez.
Curious. Jamar, bro. Right now, who is your top 5 teams in the NBA?
All right, so my list, I got the Thunder as the best team right now. I can care less about these records. I got the Thunder as the best team. I got Boston as the second best team. Once again, I can care less about that Cleveland record.
Okay.
I guess I'll throw Cleveland after that.
Got to.
Right.
Boston?
He already said
I
Boston.
got Boston at 2.
I'll say you got Cleveland at 3. Okay.
Yep. Outside of that, it's like the Spider-Man meme at this point.
Yeah. You can go Memphis. I mean, Houston. Surprising
Houston's playing
record.
pretty good.
Because
Denver.
Memphis,
Yep.
man, Memphis.
Yeah.
Shout out to Memphis. Denver, man. Y'all see them numbers back, Joker. That is ridiculous.
go-
Best
them
player in the
numbers.
NBA, man.
Them numbers are
He's the
ridiculous.
best player in the
How do you
NBA.
put up those numbers?
Before you even get to the fourth quarter.
It's insane.
Resting
I'm
in the
gonna go-
fourth quarter.
Before he even
I'm
get
gonna
to
go
the
Denver
fourth quarter.
4, based
Yep.
on just their experience.
I agree because they just they're gonna be hard as hell to put out because of the Joker. They're gonna be extremely
then-
tough to put out.
Five gets tricky because it's like we see the impact of Ja Morant. Like when he didn't play last year, that team was trash. When he's playing, the team is good. So it's like you pretty much Ja Morant a bust.
Top the second in the West, bro.
Well,
Is that-
third,
The second in the West
they're
behind
third right
OKC.
but
Okay, I know they were second last Saturday. Last
yeah,
Saturday they
Houston
were
is second
second.
now, and that shout out to Udoka,
Okay.
a dog on
Flip-flop
and off the
between
court.
the two.
That dude dog 24/7.
Yeah, man, he dogged my woman.
Wait, what?
I feel like if you see him walking by instead of George McCaskey, you're gonna put the paws on him.
Oh yeah, for sure. with my Nia Long shirt on. Got a knuckle sandwich right for his.
Crazy.
A whole sandwich.
Yo,
What?
Not a
What
lucky
yo,
happened?
crazy.
Not a
What
knuckle
happened?
sandwich.
Touch.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, he cheated on Nia Long.
But y'all know, yeah, man. So this
He
is what
touched Nia
Jamar
Long?
mean when he said dog on and off the court,
Yeah.
bro.
no, he cheated on her. Where you been?
Where you been, bro?
Rock
You ain't
you
know
been
he
under?
cheated on Nia Long?
Where
Listen,
have you been
I
under?
I don't got nothing to do with the NBA because it's trash. I'm tired of watching park basketball on national TV.
I don't
I
blame
could,
you.
I could go
mean,
to
it's not a
I
good
could go to
product right now.
any open gym and go see the same shit. Like I don't want to watch that.
So for 5, I'm gonna go. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna
So
go
who?
Houston 5. I think I'm gonna go Houston 5.
I'm
But,
not mad at that.
Okay, Houston.
yeah, so Oklahoma City,
So what's your
OKC.
list? So it's
Boston, Cleveland, Denver, Houston.
uh-huh.
What about you,
bad.
T? Who
Yeah,
your
who-
top 5 team?
That's a girl. I'm impressed.
You
Oh.
impressed?
Honestly, I'm impressed. Cause y'all be shaky with the NBA
They're
talk.
friends. Go ahead, T. Who your top 5 teams?
I'll say honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. I might have the same list. In the same order. Like that's a really good list.
Man, y'all
Um,
disrespectful to Memphis. I don't like that.
Memphis.
I'm not
I
100%
need to see
sold.
more.
Did
just
y'all,
yet.
did
I
y'all
need to
not
see
just
more
see
from Memphis.
Ja Morant dunked on Victor Wembanyama? That is a
I mean, they been
that's
doing
an
that.
impossible
I feel
task.
like
That show you just how important he is.
I mean, do it
Memphis
in,
don't
like
win games.
win 4 out of 7.
Does.
Beat LeBron James, and then we'll talk.
and
Oof.
I knew that'd make. I
you
knew
know what, Ian? I'm about to say it out loud
I
because ain't
knew that was
nobody
gonna make
saying
y'all
it.
bad.
You bring up LeBron James, you bring the aura down. Okay, you bringing the group down. I'm talking about.
I knew that was
You
going.
bringing the atmosphere is crumbling. Every time you
I knew
bring
that
up
was gonna start
LeBron
something.
James, it's like
I knew that was gonna start something because I knew y'all don't like LeBron.
I know. I love LeBron. I'm with you, Ian.
you
I'm
know
with
what's so
you, Ian.
crazy?
Go ahead, Tiana.
I don't mess with the bum.
Because I love LeBron, and I think he's the second greatest player of all time. Go ahead, Tiana.
And behind
Yeah.
Mike or behind
No,
Kobe?
Mike is undisputed for me. It ain't no question. It ain't no damn
So-
question. None.
So how he
Not-
better than
no.
Kobe?
Look, look, bro. I'm not even gonna get into that debate because the evidence is there. It's no point. Like, no.
Definitely no evidence
Tiana,
there.
Yeah, that's a long
please.
story.
That could be a-
Definitely no
No.
evidence there.
No.
That's a whole segment.
No disrespect to Kobe, but no, he not on Mike's level. Go ahead, T. What was you about to say?
I honestly agree with Jamar. I'll probably have to go. I'll go Boston. They on the tear, like they got something to prove. Like they didn't just win. OKC. I think I'm put Boston first, and then OKC, and then Houston, and
You
then
mentioned Cleveland and Cleveland.
Denver, and then I don't like Cleveland. I
Because
don't
nobody wants
like
to visit
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Okay,
I see
Joker.
their record. I see their record. I see what they doing, but when you actually like Donovan Mitchell pisses me off.
Dude,
He
like,
be messing up your
we
parlay.
discussed
I can't.
that.
I
Because he be
can't
Because
get
he can't.
jiggy when Donovan missing.
Messing up your
Okay, I
parlay.
can't get
Because
jiggy
you
with
don't
him.
complete your
Okay.
parlay. We talked about that.
I mean, in,
Right.
in
Yeah,
all
I
seriousness,
can't.
like Cleveland's not a like. How can you believe in Cleveland right now, or Memphis, or some of these teams that has yet to get it done in the postseason? Like, can you make a conference finals? At least.
Right. The reason why I believe in Memphis just simply because of they got dogs in Memphis. You know, with Cleveland, yes, they haven't gotten it done, but I think y'all really sleep.
Yeah, but they always had
Right.
that. Memphis essentially is the same team.
No.
They had Ja. They had
They're not the same team as Cleveland.
Jaren Jackson.
They are completely different.
No.
No.
The way they play the
I'm
game.
saying Memphis been the same team the last couple years. That's what I'm saying. They've been that same team.
Yeah, they have. But whatever. Okay. Yeah, because I'm blown by y'all. Ian, bro, who are your top 5 teams in the NBA?
That one my 5. All right, I got you. Dylan.
This man said the Lakers.
No,
I'm
Because he
logging off.
spit hot fire.
I don't
I'm with
even
you.
mess with the Lakers like that. I got Houston at 5,
Okay.
Memphis at 4,
Okay.
Boston at 3,
Smart man.
Cleveland at 2,
Mhm.
and OKC at 1.
Who was 5? I didn't hear
Houston.
5.
Houston was at 5.
Houston.
H-Town. And so, yeah, H-Town. And so, Jake, bro, who you got for your top 5 teams? No, you gonna say something, Jamar?
Nobody.
I don't watch the NBA because it's.
Oh, that's right.
Playground
That's right.
basketball.
It's playground basketball.
But
Right? I forgot about you.
I do keep up with the news. Did y'all see that the Bucks might get Bradley Beal?
I did.
I
hear
heard
that.
about it.
Well, yeah, that's a part of that Jimmy Butler. They trying to make like a 14 trade, and they was talking about bringing Bill here as well as a part of that trade. Still trying to figure out how to move Jimmy
What, to Chicago?
and switch him, get rid of Levine,
Right.
and bring in Bill.
Man, I seen a rumor. It was
But Levine been balling.
I seen a fake
Yeah.
news rumor that the Houston Rockets was gonna give up their whole team for Steph Curry. I was like, what the hell?
I mean,
Can't read everything. Can't believe everything.
I ain't believe
Right.
it. I said a fake rumor.
Not happening. He retiring in Golden State. He about to retire. He's done. I think.
I think Pat Riley gonna be real petty and not even trade this man. He gonna make him
Yeah, that's
obligated to
gonna
that
probably
contract.
way
No,
out.
he gonna
way
make him
out.
wait.
They just gonna battle and fight. Yep, they're gonna be fighting for a while. It seems
'Cause
like.
they both petty. They are. That's their nature.
So they just petty going back and forth. Right.
Yep. And Pat
Big
Riley
ego,
has the power.
very big egos. 2 very big egos. Yeah, I can see that, Jamar. And so we'll see what happens with that situation, y'all. But for my top 5, y'all, I got OKC definitely number 1 is the best team because they blew out Cleveland, y'all. They both 36-8, by the way. These are excellent records, y'all. They both 36-8, Cleveland and OKC. But for me, OKC, they blew out Cleveland definitively. Whereas Cleveland, when they beat OKC, they kind of squeaked by. They only beat them by like 12. But Cleveland beat them by 12, but OKC beat them by like 40-some, and they rested the fourth quarter. So it show you the difference. Number 3, Boston. Number 4, y'all, for me is Memphis. Number 4 for me is Memphis. And number 5, I actually like the Knicks, y'all. Shout out to Jalen Brunson.
Oh man, Jamar, don't I like almost popped out your head, bro. You cool?
I like the Knicks. And I think the Knicks.
Wait, did you say the Knicks?
Yes.
He did.
With Jalen Brunson?
Yes. And they are better than the Rockets. They are better than the Rockets.
Better than the Rockets.
Now y'all finna make me watch the playground.
Oh my
league,
God.
Man.
Yo, they are better than the Rockets. They are.
Ooh, my chest.
I mean, they damn near got the same record.
I knew it. Y'all shaky on NBA over here. Like, listen, we gotta get more into NBA.
I got a question for Tiana.
Now that the NFL is winding down, we will get more into the end. We will.
I got a question for Tiana though. I'm surprised you ain't pick your NBA boyfriend in your top 5. What happened?
Oh, Anthony Edwards. Yes, that's my NBA boo. No, they have been
mediocre,
very, very shaky. They started off the season great, and then they just been losing. Right now,
23-21. They 8th in the West. 23-21, 8th in the West.
Let me see.
They 6-4 in their last 10.
Yeah, 6-4.
Right.
They losing games that they should win most of the time. And honestly, the only consistent player right now is Anthony Edwards. Nas Reed, can't trust him for nothing. Can't trust him for nothing. He just 7 foot nothing. Like he just got on a Fitbit.
He's nice though.
Run up and down the court, cardio. Like
not consistent.
Yeah, he's
right. I hope he get his consistency when the playoffs start. Maybe that's what it is, because y'all know Nas Reed. Y'all know
Rudy Gobert can't even get you 10 points. And then on top of that, he can't even get you 10 rebounds. I think he averaged. So you put him for 6 rebounds, that's questionable. So it's
I blame Julius Randle.
Right,
and that's the second.
I do too. Julius Randle don't really know how to win, y'all. Let's think about it. He don't know how to win, Jamar. When has he ever won?
Never, ever.
But
it say he averaged 10 rebounds on his stats.
That's what I was gonna say. Julius Randle is the second best player on that team.
Yeah, but
he actually.
Yeah, I'm still not impressed by stats with him.
It's a selfish game. I can care less what the stats say is what the eye test says. Like,
Well, that's what
I was gonna say.
I got a question. Is the NBA bad because they don't have real skills and it's a playground league now? So everybody,
no.
I'm just saying. Is it bad that
I think the NBA product, for like true like NBA heads and basketball heads, it definitely declined for them. But I think it's because of injury, load management,
and long seasons. That's what the NBA
long seasons, and it leads to
it's been 82 games for the past 50 years. What you mean?
Yeah,
I get it, y'all.
Yeah, but you know
what? Generation now.
These players, they get. I don't know.
They ass lazy.
Yeah, I don't know if they're not taking care of their body properly or what, because these injuries are stacking up like at a scary rate, and it's causing these blowouts. Like you get excited for these matchups.
I blame Chris
or
Paul.
you see a matchup on paper.
Dude,
You see a matchup on paper, and you like, oh yeah, this would be a good competitive game. And by halftime, somebody down by
I blame
30.
Chris Paul.
You know what I'm saying? So then that makes the game not,
I
fun to watch no more. And so I think that's definitely been a problem this year in general. Is just blowouts like
my thing
crazy,
is
crazy.
like I blame a lot of it. Like when you speak with this younger generation getting all these injuries and stuff, I believe a lot of it is more so the conditioning part of it. Like back then, like athletes used to
Yeah.
like really like lift weights and get their bodies right as opposed to all this, these personal trainers and stuff and doing all this stuff. I think that really does take an effect. And also the fact that, guys back then, they didn't care if they played on the playground or whatnot to strengthen their bodies. They, it's all kind of like finesse out here. And so between that and the actual tendencies of how these players play, like the mid-range is a dead art. But back then, like the mid-range, in my opinion, is probably the most important part of your offensive game. Because if you have a mid-range, you become pretty much unguardable. Because what do? Like you can attack the basket, you can
skills
hit
and
the elbow.
fundamentals.
The triple threat becomes a lot more deadly. I mean, heck,
Right, and
skills
so the
and
NBA,
fundamentals.
Mike and Kobe showed you the mid-range pull-up. Like, how do you
And
stop
Melo.
that? Melo did too. Yep, Melo did too. How do you stop that? You can't. It's one of the most unguardable shots in the game. And yet
Fundamentals. Fundamentals,
tendencies,
man.
like as much as I love Steph Curry, I love watching Steph Curry since Davidson. But a lot of these new players growing up want to shoot from 35 feet all the damn time. In the playgrounds, in college, in high school.
Thank you.
You see it on all the highlights. You see it everywhere.
Right.
Like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't like watching the game and each team combined shooting like 93s. Like I can go do that on 2K if I wanted to. Like
in real life.
That's what's happening today. And so when you stated, Jake, that you feel like the game is watered down, yeah, it is watered down, and it's true because of that reason. Steph Curry has evolutionized the game a lot, and it's a lot of guys that's following after that footpath. It's all about scoring points.
I blame Chris Paul.
Why Chris Paul?
Because he the president of the NBA thing, right? He signed a contract with the NBA to let them load manage and all that shit. I blame Chris Paul.
Okay, and so that's an interesting point. Really good point.
That's
and so
part of it.
Right, that's a really good point. And so when it comes to Chris Paul, does he have a role? Possibly. It's a new generation, guys, and
I think y'all all cap.
Go ahead, Andy.
I think y'all all cap.
What?
Why?
Because I'm about to break it down for y'all. We might not like the way the game is played because we're used to a certain game. Does that mean it's watered down? I don't think so, because remember in the early 2000s, the generation before us, they would say, "Oh, all they want to do is dunk. All they want to do is dunk the ball. Ain't nobody got no jumper. Can't nobody dribble." So we gonna blame that on Vince Carter. We gonna blame that on Michael Jordan, or whoever the top dunkers is. So I think the game is just at another level with the threes. I wouldn't say we blame it on Steph Curry. I mean, Steph Curry hitting them threes. You can live with Steph Curry hitting them threes. That doesn't mean everybody else needs to shoot them. But I think that's the way these coaches want the game to be played. The game is more fast paced. They are taking a lot more threes. They're not playing from the paint a lot. A few players are, but not a lot. But
right.
I mean, that's just the new game. I mean,
that's right. That's the new game. It's evolution.
It's the same way. It's the same way like with the NFL even. So
no,
I think we just turn it into the old niggas. That's all.
You talking about turning into the old niggas?
Seriously.
No, for real though, because everything evolves, Jake. I said this on the group the other day. I said everything evolves when we was talking about sports. Everything evolves. Everything.
But
and that even includes the NBA. And so
See,
blame it.
my
ain't no way on
rebuttal
the Warriors.
is
Blame it on Draymond Green for being a scratch 5 now. You got more of that happening now because it's small ball now.
no. See, the stretch 5's been there though. Like, it's not
Man,
that.
scratch 5 in there.
What? Tony Kukoc was a stretch 5. What? Grant Hill was a stretch 5. Like, and he
They
played the 4
weren't
and the
centers.
5.
They were small forwards.
They did,
power
but
forwards at best.
ain't
They
what
wasn't no damn
Draymond is a
centers.
power forward, right?
No, I could see if you said Kevin Garnett or Tim Duncan maybe, or
But they
hell,
stayed at
Right.
the 4 though. But I'm saying
those
Tony
are
Kukoc
three.
is a 4. He could play the 5.
He cannot play no damn 4. He is too damn little and frail. He's
Mm-mm.
not. He
Who?
wasn't even in the paint like that. Tony
Who?
Kukoc. Tony Kukoc.
Tony
All
Kukoc
right,
is like
Tony Kukoc was an
6'10",
outside. He was an outside shooter, bro. He was
but
not
he
no,
was a Come on, man.
He was not. He wasn't a center.
Draymond not a real center,
I know that's my whole point.
right? That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Small ball. My whole point. Maybe we're agreeing in this case, but I'm saying in that case, that's how the game has evolved, and it'll
But
continue to evolve.
But
I'll
y'all gotta roll in low management. How you got this $300 million contract and you can't play 82 games?
Because
You
the
can't
game
even play a
evolves.
back to back.
That's because the game evolves. That's why.
Trash.
That's how it evolves. You can
I don't
support the
think
product.
I will say this lastly. I'll say this lastly. I don't think my issue is like the threes and small ball, right? No true centers, not as many true centers as before. I would say my issue is the like the discrepancies in competitiveness. I think that's what my issue is. Like, yeah, the game is evolving as a whole, which is fair. It happens. I have no problem with that. Is these blowouts? These obviously are 32 professional teams, right? Obviously, you're going to have some really bad teams, some really great teams, and some in-between teams. But I feel like it's too many blowouts. Like, which ones are the really good teams? It's literally like 4 great teams and everybody else is mediocre. It's no telling who's going to the playoffs right now. It's literally no telling. This far into the season, I have no clue who's going to be top 8. Well, top 6, then 4 for the play-in. But whatever. It's no telling who's going to be there at this point.
But that's what makes it suspenseful,
because
though.
Yes, that part, and I do agree with that. That's great not to know. But my point of saying that is, it's because it's just you have a great game one day, beating OKC, blowing them out, but then you lose to Washington. Like,
it happens. It's still the NBA. I agree with what you're saying, though. Like, sometimes it can be a little disheartening with, some of the blowouts. But then on the flip side of that, in the playoffs, I will say this. The basketball is much better. It kind of does remind me of, that early 2000 basketball in the playoffs. In,
oh yeah, I love
in the
playoff
season,
basketball.
I can't really vouch for them in the season, but
When the
in
playoffs come, it's
when the
competitive.
playoffs come, yeah, it's competitive. So, I just feel like maybe we just used to a certain thing, and we getting old. I just feel like we the old niggas. I sit back sometimes and I say stuff, and I be like, damn, I sound like my daddy and my uncle and them with power. I think maybe that's just what it is now.
Right.
When the
right.
NBA
and
when the
go ahead, Jake. What was you gonna say?
No, I'm looking up when the WNBA start because I'm thirsty.
Summer.
Yeah. Unrivaled started, by the way, y'all. It starts generally in the summer, around May. It sounded about right, T. Around May.
Oh yeah. Baseball season.
And the Unrivaled just started. That's gonna end in March. It's a 2-month season. Unrivaled, the 3-on-3 women's basketball league, which is women owned, by the way, by WNBA players Brittany Stewart and some others.
watched a
It's
couple
busting.
games
These
already.
are all the all-stars. These are all the best WNBA players that's playing, and they ain't got to go overseas to do it. They ain't got to go to Russia. They right here on the turf playing it. Shout out to Unrivaled. We talked about it last Saturday. Very good league, very good future for basketball. And, you know, it's interesting because there will be rivals that will come to the NBA that will rival the NBA soon. Watch. And so, with that being said, Ian, bro, it's time for Ian's Basement. We curious, bro. You got anything for us this morning, bro, on Ian's Basement?
Man, I heard this blasphemous comment the other day, so it made me want to see what you guys thought. Dan Orlovsky and shit, the rest of ESPN
You talking
think
about
that Sam,
on the
they think
morning show?
that's, yeah,
First take.
they think Sam Donald is better than Justin Fields. So what y'all, what is y'all, what is y'all take on that?
You
I
finna go
think
make
that
me
is
take a shot.
blasphemy.
I'm finna go
I
take a
think that
shot.
is
That's what you just said.
that's complete blasphemy for me.
Very much so.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
I don't see how
And
they
then
see
after
that.
it was this before or after they saw that game that they
This-
had against
No, this was yesterday. I think this was yesterday.
Let me go
You
look
know,
up
Dan
this video,
Orlovsky can
man.
say some crazy stuff because Dan Orlovsky, you know, he real deep into the quarterback analytics, as you know, in big into how a person throw the ball. He just real big, real quarterbacky. And
But he
Justin
be
just
talking some real shit sometimes.
no, he's smart. He really good. He really good. But that one right there is blasphemy because
Yeah, that was
Justin,
terrible. The only person that was
yeah,
taking up for him was Cam Newton. He was like, "What?" He like, "Hell." He wanted to. I can tell you what to say, "Hell, dog," but
Hell no.
I'm
right.
I'm just like,
Right.
what?
Nah. Justin on a different level. And Justin
Yeah,
gonna get
that's
his chance
disrespectful.
again, y'all. He gonna get his
No, he
chance
will.
again soon too. Yeah, he gonna get a chance
Hopefully, I
again. And
think the
so
I think them
Justin
weak
needs to
ass
find a
Bears.
home.
Yeah, them weak ass Bears messed up his career.
No, for
I don't
real.
think you know
sad,
what's so
man.
crazy. I think Justin was that good that the Bears didn't mess up his career. That people saw through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? People saw through how bad the Bears
Right,
organization is,
the
and they
organization,
actually
right.
just recognized his talent for what it was. The same way with Caleb. We had a terrible organization this year, but they could see that Caleb still has a talent and he's a good quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I just think Justin needs to find a home. Justin needs a place like old boy got in Tampa Bay. He found a home in Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying?
I
Where I
say he
feel
go
like
to the
Baker
Raiders.
Mayfield.
where he's thriving.
Mhm.
Or like, you know what I'm saying? That's what he needs. He needs a home. And so I don't think Steelers is his home, but I feel
I
like
say he
I
go to the Raiders.
once he finds his home, then we're gonna see him truly thrive and be able to get his talents utilized to their best ability. That's
That'd
all.
be
He ain't
interesting
found the
though.
right
Yeah,
place.
that'd be interesting though. Yeah, if he go to the Raiders, Jake, maybe he can be there to mentor Shador, you know, like
Or go to the Jets to play with his best friend, Garrett Wilson.
right. You know, and so there's some options out there for sure for Justin. There's some market out there for sure. And so yes, and so guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get us to our final thoughts and shout outs. And so curious, we're gonna start with you, Ian, and then we're gonna follow with you, Tiana, and then with you, Jake. Any final thoughts or shout outs, guys, as we head into the weekend?
Man, it was a great show this morning with you guys. Football is winding down, and we had championship weekend, so kind of enjoy that. Man, shout out to my Buckeyes, man, national champions again. I had to say it again,
Just
man. It's
keep winning,
it's
huh? Just keep winning.
about damn time. Shit, all these
It's
great
gonna be
teams.
another 10 years.
I would have loved for Justin Fields to win it, but it's cool, man. We got it done. We got it done for Ryan Day. Ryan Day, he got it done. Dwayne Haskins, RP. Uh,
We
man,
need to put him as a spokesperson.
that's it, man. Hope everybody be safe. Might be a little warmer. It's been cold as shit this whole week.
Mm.
Everybody be safe, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. And
that's
so,
crazy.
Tiana, any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
Yes. Thank you guys as always. I wish Jamar was still on here because obviously y'all I overslept. Thank you for letting me in. But it was so funny because as soon as I open my eyes, I open up my phone and you know how y'all tag me. So I clicked on it and I guess it's a lag because all I saw was Brandon and Jamar. And Jamar looked stressed. Like I just came with this whole scenario, like, where y'all at? Where y'all at? So I was like, let me get on, because it's just Brandon and Jamar on. And so but I'm glad it was everybody was on today. From where I started, it was still a great show. I always enjoy talking sports with y'all. As I say, like y'all my sports family. I have no one else to talk sports with. So I enjoy it. Yes, I enjoy it.
Yes.
So anyway, glad to
Yes.
know that it wasn't just y'all two today.
Right. Yes. And it's great that everybody popped on. It was great. It was a big party for sure. And so,
Yeah.
Jake, bro, final word, bro. Any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
Everybody stay blessed. I always thank the man upstairs. Grateful to see everybody on the show. Ain't been a party like this since 1999. And in the words of Nate Dogg, rest in peace, man. Smoke weed every day for sure.
Jake consistently says that, y'all, by the way. He's been saying that for quite a while. And so, really, though. And so, Jake, appreciate you, bro. Tiana, appreciate you always, sis. And my boy, Jamar. My final thought is that just remember that with God, all things are possible. That's it. Just remember with God that all things are possible. Don't limit yourself. With God, all things are possible. And so, with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support our podcast on various platforms. And if you would love to talk sports with us here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Stay warm, stay cool, keep God first. Peace.
Absolutely.